Well, hello everyone. Good morning to you and happy Saturday to you. So, you guys, I am in a different location this morning. Actually, I have looked all over my house and I cannot find a quiet space. So, today I am having gutters done, and I did not realize the noise is everywhere. So I went into my office, I went into another area, and everywhere that I go, they're there, loud and crazy. So I decided, okay, I'm going to try this little space here, see if I can get a little time in to talk today. Good morning. And I know you're probably saying, what in the world does she have on her head? Well, this is my 60 for my 60th birthday, my kids got me this little crown, a 60 crown. So I decided to wear it today. Uh, Talking today about numbers. So we're going to talk about numbers. So I thought, okay, I'm going to put my 60 crown on this morning. And yeah, we let's talk about numbers. Let's talk about numbers. Number one is 60, and I am 60. I'll be 61 this year, believe it or not. Hey, thank you for coming on, whoever's here. So I just decided, let me put my 60 crown on. It's sitting in my office on my desk area, and I just wanted to wear it today. Representing the 60s club. And yeah, that's who I am, who we are. And I'm talking about numbers today. I'm talking about your lab values. And I just did a blog and I put it out last night. So you can go and check out my blog, but I'm talking all about numbers. And the reason I'm coming on today talking about numbers is because um, I was looking up some numbers for a family member, and I was usually looking at certain lab values, but I wasn't looking at this one. And I found out some interesting stuff. So whenever I find out something new, I like to bring it to you and let you know, just inform you of something to be mindful of. So, I want to say first, hello to everybody. This is the Saturday shift. That means that we come on and we talk about whatever we want to talk about. Just kick back, relax. It's not so formal. This is a Saturday shift. So, what's been going on in your neck of the woods? How is your weather today? Is it sunny? I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, is it sunny or is things cloudy? Are you in this mood, this down mood, depression? Are you in a cloudy mood or are you sunny, happy? It started out cloudy here in Atlanta, but now the sun is coming out and it's beautiful. So it's going to be a beautiful day. I've already gotten up and gotten things started. My granddaughter's here watching a little, she's actually watching books on on YouTube. They have it's called Vooks, Vooks, and she loves watching them. So she's watching. There's like five books that's there that she is working on, just reading with the on the YouTube video. So check it out if you have children and you don't want them to just watch cartoons. Vooks is a good thing to watch. So yeah, so I have my candles lit this morning. I have a few candles. This one is black rose and sandalwood. And then I have a strawberry one lit. And I am drinking out of my, it says pumpkin spice and everything, but I do have apple tea in here. And so this is some herbal tea that I'm drinking this morning. And somebody got me this cup because I love everything pumpkin spice. I still use pumpkin spice even in the springtime because I love it so much. And pumpkin cinnamon is good for the blood sugar. So that's one reason why I use it all the time. I sprinkle cinnamon in everything. So let's talk about numbers today. So, a few numbers that I want to talk about because I just recently went and had some labs done. I've been working on my weight, as you know, and I have lost 14 pounds to date. 14 pounds. Yes, I've done it. And I have done it all natural. I'm eating protein, fats, and carb with each meal that I have. And in addition to that, I'm eating 4 meals a day, 400 calories per meal and or less, and I'm finding out that there's so much you can eat that you don't have to go all the way up to the 400. So I'm logging into Fitness Pal every day, morning, afternoon, evening, and the fourth meal I use the snack time as my fourth meal. So I've lost 14 pounds. I'm really excited about it. I am drinking tons of water. They say, you don't have to drink half your body weight, but just drink water. That's all I say. Just drink water. Get some water intake in as much as you can. And I feel great. I feel my skin is better. Um, Everything. I just feel so much better. The pain that I was having pain constantly, getting up feeling like an old woman, and that pain is gone. So it's all eating the right foods. I'm eating more plant based, not completely plant based, but I'm eating 80% plant based fruits and vegetables. I'm exploring different vegetables, different fruit. I'm loving spaghetti squash. I'm eating lots and lots of spaghetti squash. What else am I doing? Just really watching what I'm eating, being mindful when I'm putting it in Fitness Pal. If it's a lot of calories, I'm like, oh no, this isn't worth that. So just really watching what I'm eating and working out. Yes, working out 6 times a week. Now, you don't have to work out 6 times a week, but I work out 6 times a week. I love working out. I can't wait for the weather to get even better because I'm going to do swimming. My daughter gave me a bike. She was getting rid of a bike. She brought it over here, put it in my garage. So I'm going to be riding my bike during the summer. I'm a nurse and we are off all summer. So I'm going to be riding my bike. I'm going to be going swimming. I cannot wait. I can't wait. So I'm excited about it. I feel really good. 14 pounds down, more to go. My goal is, and I'm telling this live because I want accountability. So my goal is to get down to 160. Right now, I'm 174.2. So my goal is to get down to 160. When I reach 160, oh, I'm going to be so excited. I'm going to celebrate. Not with food either. So let's talk about numbers. What are your numbers? That's my first question for you. What are your numbers? Are you Do you know what your numbers are, or do you just take what is said to you? The doctor, you go in to see the doctor, you have a physical. Sometimes they'll call you back to talk to you about your numbers. Sometimes they'll call you on the phone. If everything is normal, they just say everything is good. Do this, do this, do this. So after they say everything is good, what do you do? What do you do with that? Do you just say, okay, doctor said everything is good, but what is good? So usually you have a my chart. Most people have a my chart. You can go in and you can look at your numbers yourself. I'm going to try to pull mine up. You can look at your numbers yourself. And here's my chart. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, that these are my lab values. You can go to your my chart. If you see anything red, stop and look it up. Stop and look it up. What does this mean? You can Google anything and say, what does a MCHC, elevated MCHC, what is that? And it'll tell you what they're looking for. So you have an idea. Don't have something in the red and you not do anything about it. So I had my labs done, and this was done, when was this? April 3rd. April 3rd, I had my labs done. Everything on my chemistry panel was within normal range. So that is a good thing. But I talked about in the blog the EGFR, the EGFR. So I'm looking up this EGFR for a family member, and all of a sudden I was like, okay, yours is normal. And I said, let me go look mine up because the EGFR is all about your kidneys. It tells how your kidneys are functioning. So I looked mine up and I was like, ooh, mine is 81. And so I kept looking, and your EGFR is your kidney function. It's in normal range, but it's in a range that as you get older, your kidneys, you've been having kidneys for a long time, and you've been, as a young person, Coca-Colas, all the things that we do when we're younger. Now that I'm 60, I'm more concerned about what my kidneys are looking like. So even though it's in the green and everything is good, I to know that my kidneys are at 81. If it's below 60, you cannot you cannot donate a kidney. So say someone in your family needs a kidney. If it's below 60, they will not take you for donating a kidney. So if it's 15, so the lower it is, the worse it is. And so if you go to Kidney Foundation and look up the numbers, it tells you uh, what stage you're in. If you're in stage one, if you're in stage two, I think I'm in like stage two. So, but because it's normal, I was like, okay, it's normal. But when that triggered me to look at a family member, it made me think about my own. So when I looked, I found out I'm in stage two. 81 is good for my age, but I need to be monitoring how my kidneys are working. I need to be making sure that I'm not drinking certain things, that I'm not eating certain things, that I focus in on uh, good foods to promote prevention for the kidneys. That is what it's all about. Not just hearing your doctor say, you're good, everything's good, but really focusing in on what's going on in your body. So that is what I'm talking about when I said in my blog, what are your lab values? Do you know what they are, and do you know what they mean? It's very easy to ignore it when the doctor is telling you everything is good. So usually you don't hear the doctors tell you, Brenda, your kidneys are you're at 81, so you just be mindful of that. They never tell you that. Most of the time you hear when you have gotten to a bad lower level, oh, your kidneys are at 45% now, you know, then you're getting the notification that something could be wrong. So be careful. Well, it's too late. But if you're monitoring your labs, now you have access to your own labs. You have access. Everybody pretty much has access to their labs. Pay attention. That is what I wanted to talk about today. Just paying attention to your numbers. Um, so, what the doctor thinks is okay may not be okay for you. Early kidney disease, many times, it does not have symptoms. And that's where it's kind of scary because I don't have any symptoms, but if you know your numbers, that makes a difference. It doesn't have symptoms. Now, what usually causes you to have problems with your kidneys is diabetes and hypertension. Those are two of the major things that you need to worry about. Now, I have hypertension. So, some of my decrease in my EGFR could be because of my high blood pressure early on, not doing anything about it. Even my A1C, which is my diabetes number, was a little elevated at one time. So, all of these things can contribute to the health of your kidneys. Diabetes, heart disease, and hypertension. And if you have a family history of kidney failure, I know a family that a lot of the people in this family is either been on dialysis, going on it, they're having problems with their kidneys, their kidney function is low. So this family really has a lot of problem with the kidneys. Actually, I know two families. So just be mindful of that. I talked about the EGFR, which is called the estimated glomerular. I never can say that word right. Glomerular estimated, I'm going to say this right, estimated glomerular, hey, filtration rate. That's what it's called. EGFR. So pay attention. I want you, your assignment for today is to go to your My Chart, look up your labs, and look for your EGFR. It is in there. I know you probably say, well, what if the doctor didn't order it? The doctor ordered it. It's usually in your chemistry panel. Uh, chemistry metabolic panel. Look for that and look for your level. And you can check out my blog on thrivewithbrendak.com. I have posted on my social media sites also, but check it out and it gives the rate, the numbers for that EGFR. So, like I said, causes are diabetes and hypertension. Um, Diabetes, having too much glucose in your blood, it damages your kidneys. It damages your kidneys filter. So your kidneys can't filter like they need to. Your kidneys can be so damaged that you no longer have they're no longer able to filter the waste in your body. So, some of the first signs of kidney disease from diabetes is having protein in your urine. You should not have protein in your urine. If that happens, uh, you will begin to see some problems with diabetes. A healthy kidney does not pass protein in the urine. The next thing is what I've suffered with is hypertension. Hypertension and chronic kidney disease go hand in hand. Usually, diabetes, hypertension, chronic kidney disease, they go together. So, I just wanted to encourage you with the hypertension. You know, a lot of times people say, "Oh, I don't take my blood pressure pill every day," but it's important that you do because sometimes you don't feel it, and they say hypertension is a silent killer. So you may not feel it. It may not feel like anything's going on, but it is. So taking your blood pressure medicine daily, not every other day, not when I feel like something's going on in my chest, but every single day, getting that blood pressure medicine in until your blood pressure is managed. And you talk to your doctor about decreasing it. Guess what? Weight loss improves your high blood pressure. um, Weight loss improves diabetes. So, eating healthy, taking in the right foods. We're going to talk about some of the foods that you should be avoiding, that you should not be having. Number one, the major one for high blood pressure is sodium. Sodium is one of the most dangerous foods that we shake. We shake, we shake. We're not satisfied with a little bit. I have, since I've started this on this journey, I have been using Mrs. Dash. They have different kinds of chipotle. They have garlic and herb. And what I do is I take the different Mrs. Dash and I have a bigger shaker and I mix them all together. I add smoked paprika. I put extra garlic, extra onion powder, add all of those seasonings, and you find out that you don't need as much salt. Also, I use pink Himalayan salt instead of the regular Morton's iodized or whatever salt. I use the pink Himalayan salt and I add some of that to my seasoning. So, sodium is one of the most important things. Sodium causes high blood pressure, swelling, shortness of breath. If you notice, the more salt you shake, you start feeling it in your chest. You start feeling that a little fullness in your chest, all because of the sodium content in your body. Another one is the sugar. The sugar causes inflammation. Your kidney disease and diabetes are connected to the sugar. Sugar also breeds cancer. If there's cancer in your body, the sugar and that cancer goes right to where that sugar is. Um, Too much sugar can cause it, also affects you with insulin resistance. So, that is another one to avoid at all costs, sugar. The next one is meat. Now, I'm not telling you not to eat meat, but diets that are high in protein, animal fats. People with kidney issues should be really careful with certain meats. Focus on more plant based foods and also focus on lean proteins. If you're going to have proteins, healthy fats and lean protein. Another one is some dairy. It's known to create an increase in your calcium production, which is not good for renal patients. So, being mindful of that. Excess calcium can also cause kidney stones for people that are prone to kidney stones. And one of the worst ones, I'm hearing the knocking, one of the worst ones is sodas. Sodas is probably one of the worst things that you can consume. I know you like the bubbly, I know you like the sparkly, but soda is full of sugar, it's full of chemicals, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives. Sodas should be avoided at all times. I remember one time I had a soda, I had a Coca Cola and I drank that Coke. And I think maybe a couple hours later, I drank another Coke. And when I tell you, my back ached so bad, I never did that again. And thank God I am no longer a soda drinker. It's water or herbal teas for me. Um, so let's talk about some foods that are good that you can eat. Whole grains. Whole grains are excellent. Healthy carbs such as fruits and vegetables. Lean proteins. We talked about that. Skinless chicken or turkey. Um, if you are a dialysis patient, the doctor may limit your proteins depending on your body size, your activity, and your health. If you have diabetes, you may also need to be careful, really tracking how many carbs you're eating. One of the things that I talk to a lot of my clients about is monitoring and looking at reading your labels, knowing what you're putting in your body. If you're having some say some almond milk and it says monoglucose something and per- preservative and minerals and all of this stuff instead of just almonds and water. All these extra ingredients, and then almonds is at the end of it. Look again, monitor your carbs, monitor how much sugar is in your foods. And a lot of people don't read the labels. If you read the label before you ate something, you say it's not worth it. Fat gives you energy. So definitely healthy fats. It helps you to use some of the vitamins in the food. You need some fat, avocado, some extra virgin olive oil. Um, Too much fat can lead to weight gain and heart issues. So, but just monitor that. Limit fat in your meal plan. Choose healthier fats. Salmon is good. I love salmon. I love sardines. I love mackerel. I love anything like that. So, it's all good, healthy fats. Um, what else do I want to tell you today? The healthy foods, just be mindful of sodium, like I said. Sodium is a mineral found in most foods. Read your labels, see what your labels are saying about what you are taking in, even the sodium in your foods. There's so much preservatives found in your food, and if you're not reading your labels, you don't know. A general rule is to have less than 2,300 milligrams of sodium each day. Like I said, use more herbs and spices in your food, and you won't need all of that. So I just wanted to come on today and talk to you about that. As far as diabetes is concerned, I did want to tell you to monitor your A1C. Your A1C. Like I said, the doctor will tell you, if your A1C is a little elevated, he'll say, "Oh, you're good." Which is what my doctor said when mine was 5.7. He said, "You're good." And I was like, "What do you mean I'm good? It's elevated." He said, "Yeah, but be careful. Just be mindful of that." Well, you weren't going to tell me if I didn't say anything. So look at your labs. Your A1C. You don't want your doctor to the next time if your lab was 5.8 and then you went a whole year not knowing that you were on the verge of diabetes. And so you're eating like you normally eat and then you go back and it's 6.3. That's why it's important to monitor your labs, look them up, see what they are. Because at that point, when the doctor told me it was 5.7, I cut out everything. I cleaned my cupboards of all processed foods. And when I went back to him, it was normal. So if you don't know, if you don't read, if you just take the doctor's word for it, you might be in a diabetic state the next time you go to them. So I just wanted to share that with you. Know your numbers. Don't just listen to what's being said. Ask questions. When you go back for those labs, find out from him what this means. And it is so important because this is your body. Your body is the temple of God, and this is your body. You have to take care of yourself, okay? So, Brenda Kelly here. Thank you again for coming on and just hanging out with me. Like, share, and subscribe. If you know someone that really needs to know this information, that need to take care of their health, send this to them. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for coming and being a part of this Saturday shift. Have an amazing rest of your day. Happy Saturday.